It's a Wrap is brought to you by Pay Today. Simple, safe, social. Powered by Nedbank. What I think we need as a nation, my brethren and sistren, is a little introspection. Instead of looking outward to the root cause of our bitterness, perhaps it's time to look inward. Time to look at ourselves and examine how we contribute to the chaos that's become our lives. Thank you for joining me for this edition of It's a Wrap, a roundup of notable events happening all around us. And there's a whole lot in it. Mara, this SME scandal is ruining lives. The lives of everyday Namibians who, believing in this economy, put their hard-earned savings into the bank. People's lives have been seriously affected, and it seems no one is willing to man up and take responsibility. Imagine the fruit of your labor just poof, vanishing into thin air. We spoke to a few people who've been adversely affected by their decision to support the SME bank.
I think it's around 2 weeks ago. We wanted to go to the bank to do the payment, and then all the doors were just closed. There was nobody there, nobody noticed us. They said today now, they confirmed that they will contact us and let us know when we can liquidate our funds. I mean, I liked SME Bank. It was personal, it was efficient, it was cheap. But yeah, afterwards, after an experience like this, I mean, these people, I never heard of a story like that, because I think it's only a handful that corrupted the whole thing. And I mean, all the employees, all the people working there, and I must say they were really, really fantastic.
The thing is, I'm actually very mad at the bank. The fact that they were not honest with us, and I really thought it was a bank for the people, for the small businesses, and this is why I took my money out of my Nedbank, if I have to mention it, because I wanted to split my accounts, one for business, and since this is an SME, I thought that is the right place to put your money in. But now, in fact, they have to explain what SME is all about, because I thought it was for small businesses. And if you hear the big names that's coming in now and that got all these millions, then you wonder, in what category do I fall? Is it the minor SME, or what is it all about? On the Monday I went to the bank because I received a big order from a lady to withdraw money, but because at that stage I still did not have an ATM card or any card to pay whatever I want to purchase. I went as usual to withdraw, I can even name it 50,000 to buy my materials. And then it started, no, you cannot withdraw, you cannot walk around with so much money on you, which is making sense because somebody can rob me. So I said, okay, then transfer the money to my other account and then I can use my Nedbank. And up to now, that was on the 10th, that money is still not in my Nedbank account. So I want to know what happened to my money.
Such things. I also spoke to the bank's liquidators.
Mr. McLaren, please tell me, what is the recourse for people who have banked at SME Bank and now cannot access their money?
They have unfortunately very limited recourse. The Banks Act provides depositors with a parachute of $25,000. So if you have less than $25,000, you'll get all of your money back. If you've deposited more than $25,000, you will get $25,000. And for the balance of your account, you'll rank as an ordinary creditor, standing at the end of the day to get cents on the dollar.
The director of the ACC, to whom I've been hollering at about this issue for quite some time, is conveniently out of town again and did not respond to the simple question, what is the ACC actually doing about this? Here's what Cecilia had to say.
Look what happened to the Bank of SME. People are saving their money in the bank. People are getting paid in that bank. But today there is no money. How come there's no money in the bank? If people save their money there, if companies are saving their money in their bank, today there's no money. We need our saving out of their bank. And what about the colleagues? There is no money to pay them because the money is not in the bank. What should the people do? Must we dig holes under the ground and we put our money in there because nobody will eat our money? Or what happened? They must make a plan about this because I am tired of these things, putting money in the bank. The money is not in the bank when I put my money there. No. I am tired. My money I put in my bank, that's nothing. No.
Namibian Shem, even in the darkest times, we find something to smile about. Check this out.
Dis Vrydag.
Let's see what's eating Dudley's grape this week. Government has finally made its voice heard on the labour dispute between ShopRite workers and the company. We spoke to some of the workers who were fired and asked them to explain their grievances a few weeks ago.
The people, they don't have respect. Even when they pass through you, they don't even greet you as a worker or partner. They don't even see us. You feel like you are nothing.
Management, they are quite different. These people, some they like people, some they are treating them like not like women being, not even respecting their women dignity.
Labour Minister Erkin Gimtina, who survived a car crash in 2015 and was found with a whole bunch of guap, but let's leave that story for another day, finally called a press conference on the ShopRite issue recently.
Happy that they employed more than 4,000 people, but they should respect the laws of this country. We as a politician, in the government, we don't want our people to be always crying, always we are not well treated. No. Let us follow the laws, the process of the laws, how everything should be done. It is not wrong that you allow the union in your own enterprises. They should be there. As a government, I cannot go to talk to the mass of the workers even. I have to talk to the employer and the union. And the union is the one representing the workers. It's established. It's a constitutional provision of this country of ours. But if you are there, the workers have a complaint, they want to say something, but you are telling the people that no, there's no need of union. Why? The Ministry of Labor is a very strong ministry. Therefore, they have labor court. There's no other ministry in this country have another court. It's only labor who have a labor court.
I read the most bizarre story in the paper the other day about how an Egyptian doctor allegedly inseminated a woman who came to him for assistance with fertility problems with his own sperm instead of that of her husband's. It's a rap. Ask the husband to explain just what happened.
We got married in 2014.
Yeah.
Now, since that time, we tried to make a baby. It took us almost a year trying, and we couldn't do that naturally. My wife was working for Dr. Gauda, and then when we decided at home that let's approach, because she knew people that were going there, we will explain the process of how it can be successful and how we're going to go about it.
So I was like, and then?
When we are called in, I must supply my semen. May 2016, my wife got pregnant. My wife concerned about that she thinks that the doctor will impregnate her. She keeps on saying that during that time, the doctor inserted his pen into her. And there were questions from both family members, both from me and all that, his wife. The doctor sent an SMS that he was not comfortable, or he was not comfortable if she comes back to work. It's better that they separate so that this might not, I don't know. When I confronted Dr. Gebhardt, it was a matter, I made an appointment, I went to see him, we talked, and I also went with a letter.
And then I was like, so what now?
So after that, the doctor never denied. He offered to give us 100,000. I wrote him a letter of demand, and explaining in detail. Yeah, she keeps on saying the very same thing, but my wife also, I think there's a lot of fear in her. I'm not okay with this story. It damages me too, both of us. I was prepared, honestly, to move on and raise a child. To either move on or separate peacefully.
Unfortunately, neither Ndume's ex-wife nor the doctor answered their phones. This is the story we'll keep our ears to the ground on. Download the Pay Today app and register it. You don't have to register as a beneficiary. Just sign up and start moving your money. Pay Today. It's simple, safe, and social. Powered by Netbank. Terms and conditions apply. Zoo Park, once the city's pride, has really degenerated since last year's drought. So much so that one concerned resident made this video.
Zoo Park right here, you see the only few people are seated there in the chairs resting. There is nobody anymore. It's only one security guard there, very far from me. You know, look at this. These students, when they want to have sex, they always come here. You can see
We asked some people in the city what their feelings on the state of the park are.
So the state of the parks now looks so bad, but anyway, we had a problem is the water which is not available in Windhoek.
I think it's appalling. I think there should be a place where people can come and relax.
It's a bit pity that the park is dead like this, because when I came from Germany in 1990, I used to come in the park here. It was very green. If I'm not mistaken, till 2008, it was still green.
At least government can also maybe talk to the city of Windhoek so that they can renovate the garden so the grass can be looks nice and start irrigating the grass.
And a park is a relaxing place for people. You get older people, older generations who can sit down on the grass. But now, since there's nothing, the park is dead.
Well, it's not the government's, it's the Windhoek municipality that should use the facilities like the amphitheater here at the back.
They say it's a water crisis and the likes, but I don't see how that is really affecting this. This park can take care of itself. You just need maintenance constantly, but it seems no one really cares anymore about this park.
Ish, it looks terrible. We asked the city of Windhoek's Lydia Mutenya to tell us what the plan is.
We know, we all are aware of the situation of water crisis situation we had up until the beginning of early this year that faced the whole central area of Namibia where we are as a city. So one of the measures for us to save water was to make sure that we get rid of all the lawns that need to be watered, especially if it's not connected to the semi-purified water. Now that happened as well with the zoo park in the city center. So if you look at the zoo park now, we have started since the rain season stopped to clean it. We've seen that we started to clean it. We cleaned the ponds as well. This is a process that we are starting to try and bring back the greenery to the zoo park. What we are doing now, one of the major or very important thing that need to happen is now to get the Zoopark connected to the semi-purified water, which is not yet done, but we are in the process of doing that. And once that is done, you will then notice that the Zoopark will start to claim its olden days glory of greenery and so on. So this process is expected to start around September this year. Yeah, so we have not neglected the Zoopark. Of course, we all understood the issue of water scarcity that we faced.
Namibian model and vloggist Miriam Galgugwena is such an interesting character. Her name has been on a bunch of people's lips after she posted this video last week. We just had to get her in studio.
I did that because I wanted to motivate other people to also do the same, to take care of their dogs. I had to do that because I wanted to tell people that dogs shouldn't be only fed like leftovers and bones and all that. You should also take care of your dog, because if your dog take care of you, you should also take care of the dog, because the dog is actually a family friend. It barks, like at night, in the afternoon. It actually protects you. So if something protects you, you should actually take care of it. So I just want people to actually take care of their animals. Take care of them, treat them special. So a lot of people were not happy about it, but then I think the message that I try to give is that you should take care of your dog and treat it special.
She isn't the least bit perturbed by comments Namibians have made on social media.
My charity projects, I give food to kids. Nobody talked about it. Nobody was like, "Oh, Miriam, we're proud of you." Nobody talked about it. Now that I'm feeding my dog, everybody's mad about it. Who said I can't feed my own dog? My dog is important to me. So yeah, actually, so many negativities I received, but yeah, nothing is gonna change. Actually, I'm not actually affected by the negative comments.
The rotten construction company, the RCC, another waste of taxpayers' money, recently made headlines once more after it was reported that whilst it cannot get its core business, that of making roads right, it has now set its sights on property development, etc. The people made themselves heard on social media. Comrade Mike wrote, "We have been talking about Vision 2030 and more infrastructural development. The company that was bravely formed with a mandate to construct roads and provide employment to Namibians has opted to be a beggar to the government. Chinese companies and South Africans are the ones constructing roads now. What have the RCC achieved in just 10 years with regards to its mandate?" No, really, Mike, it's a scandal. Helmut posted, "This is the joke of the day. RCC stands for Road Contractor Company and not for Property Company. These so-called Erwin are the only assets they will have. How are they planning to go forward once all these assets are gone? Absolutely sick, I would say. Disgusting, to say the least." Shame. And Mana wrote, "Their way of business models and ideas and concepts are totally misplaced. If only they actually applied their minds at being efficient in road construction, RCC would have been a success. Can we dissolve this joke of a company already?" Like I said, shame. I've made numerous attempts to get a hold of Minister Jooste, but for all my efforts, all I get is crickets. Do you want free moolah? Then tune into It's a Wrap at 6:30 on Friday evenings. Download the hot new Pay Today app during the show, register, and you'll receive $50 as a reward to spend on anything you want. With Pay Today, you can share payments straight from your phone. It's the new way to pay, powered by Nedbank. Namibia's freshest homegrown app, Pay Today, is the talk of the town. Check this out. Let's check out this week's calendar of events. In this week's The Shift, I get to drive this bad baby.
Yeah, we're from the Jaguar Land Rover Experience in the Western Cape. So we as qualified training instructors, qualified by Land Rover Jaguar. All the new features in this car is convenience. It's making it easier for the client to drive. In Control Connect. So you can sit in your office, check your fuel level, check the temperature in the car, adjust the seating for if you're expecting more people to go and drive with you.
Some of the sexy features of this vehicle, right?
Okay, so if you pass me the key there, or
So it doesn't even need a key.
yeah. So you got cameras all around. You can decide which cameras you want to see on your screen in front. Then you've got your park assist system. So what will happen is I'm driving in the road, I want to look for a parallel parking. On the left hand side, I'll put my left hand flicker out, press the park assist. It'll look for a space where there's a parking spot, tell me to stop because it's found the spot. Then I take my hand off the steering wheel. The vehicle will tell me in the information center there to put the vehicle in reverse, let my foot off the brake, and it'll turn the steering on its own. Car will do everything for you.
Teach me how to drive this bad boy.
Okay. That if you're reversing with a trailer or a caravan or a camper, instead of using the steering wheel to turn, you use the control switch over here. The advantage of that is if you want the trailer to go left, you turn left here. When you want it to go right, you turn right here. So if you're a novice as far as reversing with the trailer is concerned, if you use the steering wheel, if you want the trailer to go right, you have to turn left. If you want it to go left, you turn right. So people get confused when they reverse a trailer. With the advanced trailer assist, you turn left here, the trailer will go left. You turn right, the trailer will go right. So that just makes it even easier for people that doesn't reverse with trailers that often.
How long does it take to learn it? Like, how long is your training session and then am I like ready to go off?
Yeah, our basic introductory training is half a day. So we start at about 9 o'clock in the morning and we finish, say, about 1 o'clock. Okay, so I'll show you the keyless entry situation. I'm going to lock the vehicle by using the key. You see the mirrors fold in, that shows you that the car's locked. So I can either unlock it by using the key like that and get in. I'm just going to lock it again. So I'm coming from the shop, got my groceries in my hands. I don't want to take the key out of my pocket. I can just open the car. Okay, lock the car.
How does it know it's you?
Now you go and try and open the car. Go and open it. You see, take the key in your pocket.
So it picks up with like a
Yes.
No hands, no hands.
Okay.